You need a great opener, like somehow we're adults. Do.
We can record that right
some
now.
Kind of like
we can record that right now.
Everybody be quiet.
Somehow we're adults.
Mr. Dylan. So I want to start by saying I am because we're gonna start. This is another UFC podcast. And I'm assuming.
Yes,
you are
sir.
listening. Okay, so the last time we did a UFC podcast, I did tell you that I'm going to I bet on Glover.
Yeah,
When the bet was about your coffee.
Yep.
And we're gonna switch coffees and.
Loser had to drink the winner's coffee.
But like, am I really the loser? Like on paper, I'm the loser.
Yeah,
For sure.
But for 4.5 rounds, maybe 4.80 round of the round, you were the winner.
Bro. So Glover Teixeira versus Yuri Prohaska. You know, that was such a good fight.
It
Like
was, man.
I didn't think it was gonna be that good. I'm not gonna lie. I did not think it was gonna be such a like I heard on another podcast. Like if you have a friend that you're trying to get into UFC, that's the fight that you should have had them watch.
I agree. Yeah.
And yeah, that fight was so good.
It's one of those things I thought, like, regardless if Glover would have won or Yuri, I thought it was going to be like a round two finish.
Yeah.
So the fact that we got 5 rounds of that.
Almost 5, and we had almost 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And a finish.
Right.
That's insane.
And like each round, each of them took turns almost getting finished each
Dude.
round. Like it was back and forth all fight.
Yeah, but I mean, easily though, Glover won those 4 rounds.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Easily, and I wouldn't say easily. He maybe there was one round for Yuri.
Yeah,
but
it could have been like a 3-1.
Yeah, and going into that 5th round too, Glover was pulling away.
Yeah.
He was like, Yuri did not look good. He actually looked like the worst one we've seen so far. And if you would have told me in that last podcast that you're gonna pick Yuri to win by submission,
right,
I would have been like, get out. There's no way. That's
I
like,
would have walked out myself.
That's like saying like Justin Gaethje's gonna win against Charles Oliveira by sub. It's like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
And
it's like
then,
his least.
and then it happened.
Yeah, his least common path to victory.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy that the Glover championship fight was Yuri's 3rd fight.
Yeah.
And he's a champ.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He's a champ, but like by the skin of his teeth.
Hey, a champ's a
He's
champ.
He's
man.
stuck in there, and even he was mad about his win after. He's like, it was not a good win. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry. Like he felt like that's how good of a competitor you are. Is like
Yeah.
when you get done, if you know you did a bad job,
Right.
and you still admit to it.
Do you think Glover's gonna get an immediate rematch?
Who else is in that division? That I mean,
I really like Jamal Hill. He still probably needs another round or two.
I would like to see it again.
Yeah.
I mean, after that fight, I think Dana White, like if you look at the rest of the people in that division, like that's the fight to make.
They might give him Jan after he beat Rakic after the injury.
What's Jan Blachowicz?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that thunder, son. It's raining hard.
I mean-
Welcome to Florida, everybody. We do the podcast out of Florida, and in Florida after noon, it's gonna rain.
The Sunshine State is not what it says it is.
Yeah, and if power goes out, we'll deal with that when it happens. But no, I think that Jan is. I don't know. I don't see it going differently than the first time it went.
Okay.
And he got subbed. I mean, it might because Jan's so powerful,
right?
And he knows what to feel with Glover. But I would love to see Yuri versus Jan.
Yeah, that'd be a fun
that
one.
would be a good fight.
Yeah.
But I think if Glover and him rematch, I think there's a strong like I wouldn't bet Yuri if they rematched.
Yeah,
I would
against
still bet
Glover.
Glover. Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, I'd be curious if Glover would enter the underdog since he was winning the whole fight the first time.
Yeah. What did you think about Valentina versus? By the way, so everyone listening or watching, I'm not drinking the coffee yet, but I will be drinking Dylan's coffee. It is late in the evening, and I can't sleep when I drink caffeine. So
right. Next UFC podcast, we'll have it.
Even we don't even have to do a UFC podcast. We can just do another podcast where we just talk about stuff in general.
Yeah, next one.
Whatever. Next podcast. Though. Next podcast with Dylan.
For Valentina versus Santos, honestly, you could have made a case for Santos.
At the end of it, it was like when they were doing decision.
Yeah. And that was unanimous, right?
Yeah, but when I watched the fight, I was like, man, Valentina. That was Talia made Valentina look human.
Yeah.
And she's the first person to do that.
Right.
And that in and of itself
is impressive.
Like, it's got some respect.
Yeah. Even though Santos lost that, she came out of there a better fighter.
Legit. Like I feel like obviously I think they should rematch. I don't think there's anybody if that is the only person that Valentina has fought recently that's given her any competition.
Yeah.
I think that Talia really needs to rematch because I think it's going to go even better.
I agree. I think they should run it back because like Valentina's previous title defense was against Lauren Murphy, who She's solid for the sport, but she's nowhere close to. Santos would destroy Lauren Murphy. So it's like
you think? I mean, you think? I don't know.
Santos is one of those people like in the division. If it's not Valentina, she's probably gonna be the favorite.
Now after that Valentina fight,
Right.
for sure. And then we got
Wei Li.
Zhang Weili. Oh, is it Wali Zhang? Weili Zhang? I've always called her
Yeah.
Zhang Weili.
Either way, they
Well-
flip flop it sometimes. The first and last name for them.
Really?
For
Yeah. And then versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah.
The spinning back fist from hell.
It was
that
beautiful.
thing was so nice.
you jumped off the couch when we watched it at
that was
Colin's house.
insane. Oh, that was so crazy because I mean that fight was shaping up to it was because that was second round, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
midway through second.
And it was already shaping up to be a really even match, but you could tell definitely that Joanna had some like ring rust. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She definitely hadn't been in there since the last
Right.
fight, and Zhang Weili's been active.
Yeah,
so
she's
to
been
see-
fighting Rose while Joanna's been recovering.
Exactly. Yeah. And she's been having competitive fights with Rose, and when Rose was champ and everything like that, and besides getting KO'd, but still, I mean, that was a really good victory for Zhang Weili because that was a spinning, like a moving spinning
It
back
was
fist. It was
crazy.
insane. It was really good.
And now Joanna's retired.
Yeah, and I think she needed to. I think
Yeah,
that
after
she
that
needed
fight-
she needed that fight again because you can't I don't know, that would have if she would have not fought her again and just retired after the last one, that would have been like everyone would have been. It's like how Khabib, everybody wants to be like Khabib versus Charles. What would have happened?
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking like Khabib versus Tony. What would have happened? And I think it would have been the same way with Joanna. I think they would have been like, hey, what would have happened if they did it again?
I agree.
So, and then we had Andre Fiallo, which is he fighting again this week? Like that dude's fighting all the time.
He finally got knocked out, so he's going to have to take some time off.
Yeah, he did
was
get
just running through
starched.
this. Remember, Jake Matthews leveled up.
Bro, Jake Matthews, because he was typically a submission guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
He was using his hands.
Bro, and he didn't he say in his like a post fight interview too something about like the Jake Matthews you guys knew before barely won. God, he said the Jake Matthews of before like barely wanted it, but
Yeah.
now like you're gonna see me
Yeah.
like, come through and like, dude, that was a convincing.
It was.
Because I thought before the fight, I definitely was like, okay, if it goes to the ground, Jake Matthews is going to win because obviously he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu
Right.
and he's going to get a great ground game. But then I was like, Andre Fiallo, like great stand-up boxer,
Yeah.
like, and then for him to get KO'd, that was
Yeah.
like just as confusing to me as when Yuri got subbed later in
Right.
the day. I was like, what is happening
Yeah,
today?
the exact opposite of what the game
I was-
plan should
Valentina got wrecked.
Yeah.
What is going on?
be. Yeah, that whole night was like whatever you think, the opposite's going to happen.
Right, literally, for the most part, yeah. It was crazy. There was what else?
We had a couple
Whitaker
canceled
versus
fights.
Vittori was canceled. That fight that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
I like Whitaker a lot. Do we want to go to the prelims on that one?
Yeah, we could skim through it real quick.
All right, let's see. What else? What else?
Nothing there. Oh, these are. I think you and Danny were running late. We were talking about the prelims. Were crazy.
Yeah, were they? Brandon Allen fought. I like him. Follow him on
Yeah.
Instagram. Let's see. Early prelims. Yeah, I think I missed most of these because yeah, that was the day when we got there like right before the
Yeah.
the main event. Okay. So then Qatar versus Emmett.
Yeah.
Or Qatar. You've got me saying Qatar now. It's Calvin Cater. is
Yeah,
his
that's my
name.
bad. I said Qatar.
Yeah,
That's
you,
on me.
You like butcher so many names.
I
And you're
do.
like rubbing off on me now.
I did on Yuri too. I remember when I first came on. You're like, who? I'm like,
Yeah, the
Jiri?
Jiri dude.
yeah.
I was like, what is it? Oh, so Calvin Cater and Josh Emmett. It was honestly not that like Josh Emmett throws. He
His
could
power
knock,
is
he could
stupid.
literally knock you to the moon. He's so strong.
He's probably the most powerful in featherweight.
Oh, if he, but the problem is his connect. You
Yeah.
see his punches coming from 15 miles away because
Right.
he's putting so much
It's not
behind
set
him.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought Qatar. I had to focus on that one. Calvin Cater.
Yep. You just focused on calling him what you already called.
Calvin Cater. I thought he won. To be honest.
It wasn't. I wasn't convinced either way.
Gotcha,
I wasn't
okay.
convinced either way.
I get that.
I thought that Cowder. I think. Oh my god.
That's on me.
Can we just call him Calvin? Calvin.
Yeah. CK.
Mr. Max Best boxer in the UFC example or
There
whatever you
you
want
go,
to call
yeah.
it. Max Holloway's punching bag.
That's true too.
R.I.P. to that. We'll get there. But Calvin Cater literally like I don't know, man. He seemed like he landed more punches, but they
Yeah.
weren't strong. I mean, Josh Emmett's face was jacked up at the end of that
Yeah.
from all those jabs. 'Cause
Right.
He got jabbed.
Yeah, he was
the hell
getting
out.
pieced up,
Yeah,
man.
and Calvin Cater's face at the end of it was like fine, but
Yeah.
I mean Emmett landed some big shots, but Calvin just ate him and kept rolling.
Right.
So Tim Means, Kevin Holland.
Dude, every fight now that Hollins has worked on his takedown defense, he's leveling up.
Yeah,
I mean, he's finishing dudes now.
Yeah.
Like, he knocked out Cowboy Oliveira last time, and now he's submitting. Tim Means is a submission dude, grappling dude.
yeah,
So to submit Tim Means in his own game,
that's pretty good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was how did it was the sub? Was it it was a Darce?
yeah,
Yeah,
it was a Dars.
yeah, dope.
And
Love me
so
some Kevin
now
Holland.
that this dude can stand and bang, and then when he's on the ground, he's a submission threat.
Yeah.
he's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to watch out for them headbutts. And then he, same thing with Kevin Holland, though. It's
Yeah.
like the day before that, like, he legitimately, like, didn't he, like, stop, like, a burglary or something
Yeah,
like that? It's
the day
crazy.
before,
Yeah,
he was
crazy.
literally at a gas station,
He's
and he just saw people running by, and him and his uncle were like,
Legit
"All right, let's see who
Superman.
can catch him the fastest."
legit Superman.
This is, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. But if Holland wins one or two more like rank fight type, him versus Chimaev would be so fun to me because Chimaev's a beast, and then Holland smack talk. I feel like that would be such an entertaining fight.
Yeah, and then Chimaev would just be like, I get him!
Yeah. And then Holland smack talk's like the best in the game right now.
He's so good. Just the memes that he posts of people,
Yeah.
they're hilarious.
Joaquin Buckley's
on
the
Father's
son.
Day, did you,
Yeah. Every time, man.
what was there was another person, he called him his dad. Was it Vittori?
It might have been Vittori. I know he
No.
always makes fun of Brunson, even though Brunson beat him.
Oh, because Brunson beat him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a picture of, like, Brunson holding him like a baby.
He calls
Oh,
him
that was-
Derek Bumpson.
Yeah. Yeah, but for Father's Day, he posted something like "Happy Father's Day to my father," and then, and then he did something with Joaquin Buckley saying like, "That's my, son." He's hilarious.
Great, man.
Such
He's
a good
must follow.
Just follow him on Instagram. Hilarious. That is Kevin. What's his nickname? It's not-
Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. So I would say it's not Big Mouth. So it's like Trailblazer MMA or something like that
Yeah.
on Instagram. Yeah.
Speaking of Joaquin Buckley,
Yeah, Joaquin Buckley versus Albert Duraev.
Duraev. See, I got that name right.
Okay, yeah. See, you're good with the Russian names. I'm not.
It's always like the undercard people, the prelim type dudes.
Yeah.
I know their names.
Yeah.
But Buckley keeps finishing dudes.
KO at the end, right at the end of round 2.
Yep. He's
Or
really
5
been
minutes
leveling
into round
up.
2. Dang. I
Duraev
don't-
got gassed on that one.
Okay. See, I don't remember how that one happened. I don't remember. I just remember it was good. Joaquin Buckley seems like he's hit a different stride. It just sucks that hit all of his fame and notoriety comes from that one kick. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because then everyone wants him to do that kick
Yeah.
every time, and you
Yeah.
know what I mean. Like
That
it's
was so
definitely a
clean.
great knockout. That's the kick.
That's still the best one right now, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That front kick from Michael Chandler's son.
That's up there.
That's one of the best.
Just the 360 kick though, like
Yeah, that Zhang Wei Li knockout with the
yeah,
spinning
that
back
was
fist was good
that
too.
was nasty too.
Yeah, the that kick is like top notch
Mhm.
probably. Yeah, I would say number one. But he so people that are listening, this is Joaquin Buckley's the guy who if he's the highlight where the dude caught his kick and then he kicked off of the foot he was standing on and knocked the dude out while he was holding.
The
his foot.
opponent
It's
was
crazy.
Impa Kasanganai. He was a UFC prospect. I think he came in like 2 wins in a row, and then Buckley did that to him, and then he lost like 2 straight, and now he's not even in the organization anymore.
After you get kicked like that, it's
Your
gotta
confidence goes down for real.
Oh yeah. Julian, or what? Do we want to talk about Damir Ismagulov?
It was just a grind fight. It was really, it wasn't nothing to it.
Yeah, it seemed like if I am remembering right, it seemed like it was a very even match, but
Yeah.
one guy was slightly better and the other guy was just holding on and
Yeah, he
surviving.
had more pressure.
Yeah, if I'm remembering it right,
Mhm.
but it's very possible I'm not. Julian Marquez versus Gregory Rodriguez.
Yeah, the RoboCop.
That dude's so good.
He's strong.
Dude was so good. That was a good
That
fight.
one wasn't even close. Like, Marquez had him the first minute, and then Rodriguez was like, okay, let me step up.
He was so technical that I was very impressed.
He
by
was
Gregory
accurate
Rodriguez.
too
Yeah.
for a power
yeah.
type striker.
And he's built whatever supplements that man is taking, put
Yeah.
them on your Instagram. Let me know because I need to start taking those too.
For real.
Because I'll be jacked out of my freaking mind.
Put him on Amazon Prime Day real quick.
You're real, it's legit. And then we have Adrian Yanez, Tony Kelly. So that Adrian Yanez dude, I was really impressed.
His
with
boxing
fight.
is insane.
I'm really impressed with him. I started following him on social media that night because that was insane. He was talking. Apparently, Tony Kelly was talking a lot of shit, saying it was going to be an easy fight or something like
Yeah.
that, and that made Adrian Yanez pissed.
and
He
Kelly
seemed
was the one
hungry.
known for the racist allegations and stuff. So
What do you mean?
he was cornering I want to say Andrea Lee, and
Oh, is he the one who
yeah,
said like they're dirty Brazilians?
yeah,
or
Tony
something
Kelly's
like
the
that?
guy. So
I didn't realize that was him.
Giannis came on, was like, oh, I'll handle you for all of us and whatever, and then first round finish.
Damn.
And now Tony Kelly, UFC released him after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So he's not even with the
I
program no more.
Damn. So Cowboy Cerrone, you didn't get to see that one that night. That was the first. That was the second canceled one.
Yeah, that one.
That was the
keeps
Joe Lazon got canceled that one because that was when he his like knee like locked up and he couldn't even stand. It was crazy.
But then we got Cerrone later on to talk about versus Jim
Yeah.
Miller.
Yeah, yep. Earlier on that night there was a fight. Was it that night? Which one was the? No, I'm thinking of a different one. I did not watch the prelims for this.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the more recent one, the Holloway Volkanovski one.
Yeah. ESPN. Did you watch this one?
Yeah. Main thing on this, the main event, Saryukin versus Gamrot. This is another one with the judges. It's just like Saryukin, most people's scorecards had him winning 4-1, and Gamrot got the win. And
how do you fix that? Because judges, it seems like there's an issue, and I've heard, I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast, and I've heard him talk to people about how they should change the way that judging is and stop doing it by the 10-9 rounds.
Yeah.
Because if like 10-9 means it's super close, like
right.
it should be based on like a points of 100, and like it shouldn't be like 90-10 or 90-100.
I get
it
that.
should be like,
I can see the pros for that.
because there's some rounds you see where it's like that's like this dude got 100 and this dude got 20. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it should be
Somehow we're adults.
open scoring is not even as much of a thing to me anymore. Like as far as like, are you talking about like after every round showing who won and who didn't?
In my opinion, I feel like that'd be cool just so the fighters know, because
With
there's
the-
certain times where the ringside people, like the coaches and stuff, like, oh, you got that round, oh, you lost that round, but we really don't know.
And you're sitting there watching it from home, and he's like, oh, you're up 3-2, and it's like, bro, are you watching the same fight that we are?
Yeah.
Like that Rose fight.
Yeah, and Esparza.
Literally, I literally
Rose's
was like,
corner's like, oh, you got it,
and we're like,
just 2 strikes per round. I don't.
like what? What?
For
He
real,
said that, and
though.
I was like, do I even know what fighting is anymore? Like,
I swear they were playing UFC 4 underneath the ring. There's no way they were watching that fight. There's no way. That's the thing, though. It's just like, I feel like, especially a championship fight, like, I should know going into the judges whether, like, what the first 4 rounds were. And then, like, don't say round 5. And
there's something
let
they
that
like
be.
about the suspense at the end of a
Yeah.
really grueling fight of being like, okay, who won it?
Yeah.
Like, that's why there's like the hashtag and still.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. So say it's like a 3-round fight and it's 1-1, just don't say the last round. Like, have open scoring the first round, couple rounds, and the last round, let that go to judges.
Right, but what if you're going into the 5th round and the first person, somebody has won 4.
Right. If it's a
4.
unanimous, at that point, you're going to know anyway.
Yeah.
Like the,
Yeah, but
the
how many-
Vulcan Holloway
But
type.
how
we
many
don't get to that,
judged
but
fights have like
That's
somebody
true.
won like the majority of the rounds?
I see
and
what
you
you're
get to the
saying.
end-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm selfish. As a bettor, I would like to know going
I have
each
a
round how
question.
I'm feeling.
Speaking, you just said my question is because you're a betting person. My question is how would that affect live betting? Because doesn't bets change mid fight?
Yeah, they do change it each round. They probably would stop live bets. So that's probably why they don't do open scoring, because that betting makes them money.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Because that's my thought is
Yeah.
like if you know like okay Glover Yuri.
Yeah. Yuri would have been a big underdog.
Bro, in the 5th round.
Because at that point, it was Yuri finished or he lost. So his
in the
price
last 30
yeah.
seconds, how many people would have changed their bet to Glover to prevent
It's
losing
true.
money?
Yeah.
And then there's the one guy who just couldn't get onto his internet fast enough to like change
Right.
his bet, and he's like, I made money!
Yep. Yep.
Did you have any bets in on that night on Yuri?
We did on Yuri, and I remember on the first podcast I told you Yuri.
Yeah.
That's why we bet, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
throughout that week I was like, I'm on Glover, but I just let Yuri ride because
You let it ride? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was asking. I didn't know
Yeah.
if you changed it.
no, because we had like a futures bet on Yuri from a while back when that
No,
that line first dropped. In like
Now, would you
like-
have been able to change that?
you could have bet on Glover to balance it out.
Oh, but the bet was already set. So
Yeah,
you can't
on Yuri.
you can't take that money out and then
No.
change it because it was a futures bet. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that only work like that way for futures bets?
No, you can really like if you got it placed, you can't cancel it. It
Okay.
only if it gets postponed, you get a refund, or if it's like a draw.
Or like a no contest. Something
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Something where there's not a definitive winner.
Right.
Now, how does it work with bets like that? If damn, I almost forgot what I was gonna say. If like, so when you do your bets, you normally do it like the day before, or do you do it the day of?
It really depends. Like because line movement moves every day normally. So like if I'm thinking back then, like okay, Yuri, he's gonna win. So by the time betting comes, if I think the public's gonna be like that too, everyone's gonna start betting it, which means Vegas has to move the lines. So like,
Can you explain what that means? Because I don't really understand what that
so
means.
like line movement. Say I bet Yuri at minus 120, and I'm betting to win 100. I have to bet $120 to win 100. But if the more people bet on it, the more that minus number gets larger. So up to the fight, Yuri was like minus 220. So you'd have to bet 220 to win 100.
Right.
So,
Minus meaning that person's the favorite.
Yeah.
Plus meaning that
Right.
person is
Okay.
the underdog.
Okay, I
Right?
see.
No, I'm just explaining to
no,
people.
you got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You got
yeah.
it. You picked it up.
Yeah,
Respect.
I'm trying to. It's just one of those things. I have to learn it if I'm going to hang out with you occasionally. You got your iPad out, your
Right,
computer, and
all
your
the
phone,
time.
just looking at all of it.
It's
yeah.
it's one of those things though. Like the more money that comes in, Vegas has to react. They can't keep a number at one spot if all the money's coming on one side.
Right. Because it's based upon like if there's again total value if $7 million worth of betting is going towards Yuri
Right.
and $2 million are going.
They
you
gotta balance
change-
it out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so since Yuri's is gonna get, you gotta place more money.
So is money what changes that negative number and that positive number?
Yep.
Money is what changes it. So the bigger the difference, like if you see like a Sean O'Malley fight,
Yeah.
and he's like a minus 700 favorite, and the other guy's like a plus 1500
Right.
underdog.
There's a lot of money.
There's a
coming
lot
on
of money on Sean.
there. Yeah.
And like no.
And because
money
it
on the
goes
other
into like
guy.
Vegas projecting them to win, but also the number is gonna move the more money comes in on them.
Gotcha. So you normally do your fights the day of?
It depends, because like I love weigh-ins, watching weigh-ins to see like how they look, like if they had a good camp or not.
If someone's like staggering on the scale,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
That's important. But I normally publish my breakdowns the day before. But if
Which can you plug that? Like let everybody know.
hey, Patreon,
Patreon for
Fantasy
what?
Football State of Mind.
Fantasy Football State of
I
Mind.
got everything
Patreon.
on there.
Check
Just
it out. Dylan sells betting advice for UFC stuff. Oh, how much does it cost to subscribe to the
$10
Patreon?
a month. You get
And-
football, baseball, basketball, UFC.
Are they gonna make some money if they follow your betting advice?
Always.
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 I don't think you can say that, Dylan.
Okay. More times than not.
Okay. we net and positive over
Yeah,
the time. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Has it been? It's been a pretty good, substantial like cash
It's been
flow
a good
for
year.
you.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
but like
far, so
since
good.
you've started betting on sports and stuff like
Yeah.
that, right?
I mean,
You're
the
pretty good?
first always starting off, you got to trial and error, but last couple years have been good.
Have you do you have like what's your philosophy as far as like keeping money in there? Like do you only keep like if you win, let's say you bet $100 and you win $200.
My goal is always to like win the week. So like I'll go in every Monday is a new week, and then Sunday evening I'll kind of reflect how much I profited or lost, and then I always try to take out some money each week just to reward myself.
Bro, it is
Viewer
friggin'
discretion is
monsooning
advised.
outside. Holy cow.
That sounded tough.
Monsooning outside.
It's gonna be an alligator coming
You're
through
gonna have to
here.
swim
short.
to your vehicle to leave here today.
You gonna have to carry me. I
I'm
just
t-
got my legs back. I'm like,
Hey, shout out to the legs. We'll stitch that together with the stanky leg video or something.
do the stanky leg.
All right, let's move on to
All
what was it we're on? Cater? Yeah,
Yep.
so let's go to 270. No, or was it 270?
Oh no, we got back
Bro,
far.
oh
that
my
was Nagano
golly,
and gone.
270.
You were at my
Jeez.
house for that
Let's
one.
talk
That was a
about
while
that.
ago.
Francis Nurmagomedov, bro.
What happened?
I don't
Why
know.
did we get so?
Bro, this lightning is insane. It's good.
Yeah.
Far back. All right, 276.
Yeah, 276.
Okay, Israel. That was the most recent one. No, Dos Anjos versus Fiziev was.
No, we saw the pay per view.
Yeah, I'm saying, but the
Oh,
most
okay, I
recent
see what
fight
you
was
mean.
Dos Anjos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Izzy versus Jared Cannonier. More exciting than Izzy versus Yoel Romero for sure,
I agree.
but not very exciting. Jared Cannonier has definitely leveled up though. He's
I would
really
say
good.
so. He's good at middleweight.
It was
His
a relatively
build-
competitive fight though.
I thought so. I love Izzy. Sometimes he just plays with his food. Like,
I've always said it, bro. If you're the champion, come and take it.
Yeah.
If you want my belt, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to come and take it from me.
I think he deserved the win, but I also thought he could have finished Cannonier if he wanted to.
I don't know. I would love to see it fight again.
Yeah.
Um.
Because he's running through all of middleweight now.
Oh yeah,
Vettori,
but
Whitaker.
to be fair, Izzy plays the game of like, you want my belt, come and get it, and I'm gonna piece you up. I'm gonna do. Izzy is the true thing of defend my belt.
Yeah.
Why is Izzy gonna go forward and throw caution to the wind?
Yeah.
He's not trying to give up his belt because he zigs when he should have zagged.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Jared Cannonier needed to. What kills me is he was doing a lot of clinching, and he was
Yeah.
very unsuccessful in the clinch. And in
they
the
don't
last
really reward
round,
clinching anymore. Like that
No.
hold, they don't do
it
that.
wasn't what it would do. Not he didn't get anything beneficial from the
No,
clinches.
I agree.
And my thing with Jared Cannonier is they told him going into the 5th round, his corner said, throw caution to the wind. Like, go
Right.
out there. Only way you're winning this is by finish.
Yeah.
So go out there. And then in the last, minute of the fight, he clinches. And I literally am like, how are you going to win this in a clinch when
Right.
you've not had any success in it? Like, you need to go forward
going
and
to it.
just expect to take one on the chin and hope that the one you land in the meantime throws him into, unconsciousness.
Right.
But, he didn't. And, Izzy was champ. And I don't blame Izzy. A lot of people will probably say Izzy's fighting style is boring, but it's only boring when the other person won't go in and engage.
Yeah. I like the technicality of it. He doesn't bore me.
No, he's
He's precise.
It's like watching a master at work.
Yeah.
Because he's he does amazing feints and you never know when he's going. He'll
Yeah.
bring his right leg up and then stick you with 1-2 with his
Yeah.
right leg up. You know what I mean? He does great leg kicks. He's very
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are
he's
ungrateful
not,
with
he's,
champs.
He's unpredictable.
Right.
Unpredictable.
Everyone's if they don't get finishes every fight, they're not a good champ in people's eyes.
Who's your favorite champ right now?
I really like what Usman's been doing.
Usman's such a savage, bro. But tell me the last boring Charles Oliveira fight. Tell me
That's
the
right.
last.
He's not champ though.
Oh, how you gonna be that way?
He's not though.
Oh, only on paper. Everyone in that division
That
knows he's
paper,
champ.
the paper still counts.
He's the
Ryan.
uncrowned champ. Okay, but
His fights are great.
but
That's my
every
bad.
yeah.
I saw an opportunity and I said,
by a half pound, by some controversial scale stuff. Damn.
"That's tough, man. Drink up. I get it." So now though, with
I'm heartbroken now. I don't even want to do this anymore. No, I'm
we'll
just
see
kidding.
you guys next time. But Izzy's
yeah.
got to fight Pereira now, right? That's got to be next up.
I mean, well, so okay, let's get to that. So Volkanovski versus Holloway.
Man,
Volkanovski's a stud.
he is.
What a
Dude broke
stud.
his hand and still 5-0'd Holloway.
What a stud. I remember at the end of that fight, I was like, that was where was Max Holloway at? That's not the
Yeah.
Max Holloway that we know. You watch, the first 2 fights between those two, and it's much more competitive.
Yeah.
And Max Holloway was like something was wrong.
Yeah.
And what I thought was crazy is when after that fight, you texted me like,
Yep.
"Hey, I heard something about Max Holloway broke his hand," and I was
Yep.
like, "That makes sense."
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, he's got a get out of jail free card.
and I was like, "Oh, he broke his hand in the first round. Then no wonder he wasn't engaging
Right.
much." And then I learned that you heard that correctly, but it was on the wrong person.
Yeah.
That Volkanovski broke his hand going into the second round or in the second
Yeah,
round.
going into round 2.
Broke his hand.
And still
and
2-piece.
beast. He said, "All right, cool, whatever."
Yeah.
What gargantuan testicles does Volkanovski has to just keep throwing that broken hand?
Yeah.
What a
And
savage.
You got to gain respect for him after this because people were saying coming into this trilogy that he could have very well lost the first 2. And he made
They were
sure
close. He knew, yeah.
he made sure that there was no
This one was
discussion for
not
this
close.
one.
This one was not close.
And I love Max Holloway. But so now this whole division's confusing because he's beat Holloway 3 times now. Holloway's the only person that has had a chance against this dude.
Yeah, it's even come close.
Right.
Yeah.
So does Volk move up
Dude,
to lightweight?
oh, I want to see Ortega versus him so bad again.
That was
I want
good.
to see. I want to see Ortega fight. He's fighting Yar. Or
Yeah,
is that
Saturday.
Fighting Yar?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the main event Saturday.
I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone. Hopefully, I can.
Just sneak in a 25-minute bathroom break.
Bro, we'll have to get to that one. Okay, then Sean Strickland versus Alex
Hold on,
Pereira.
real quick though. Volkanovski,
sorry, go
does
ahead.
he move up to lightweight? Do you think
That's what he says. That's what he says.
the most stacked division in UFC getting Volkanovski would be crazy for the
Who
sport?
do you want to see? Conor
Anyone.
McGregor, Alexander Volkanovski.
Anyone. Give him Dariush to start since Dariush wants to come back. That'd be
no.
that'd be awesome.
Oh, no. How about this? Charles Oliveira versus Alexander Volkanovski, and they fight. Winner gets the belt.
Dude, I'm down. Anyone in lightweight, I think Volk would be fine. Like top 10 versus Volk would be a good fight.
It would be a good fight. Who do you think would win? Charles versus Volkanovski.
I'm never doubting Charles again unless it's versus Islam. I'm sticking to my word. I'm sticking to it.
Okay, what about Volkanovski versus Gaethje? Because you talk about throw money at the TV. I'll go take out all the cash.
After seeing Oliveira rock
Just to see
Gaethje, is Gaethje chinny now? I mean, Oliveira is like, he's not known for power.
I don't know.
And he had him rocked in round 1, too, so it wasn't even like he fatigued.
Wouldn't you be chinny if you sparred with Kamaru Usman?
That is fact. That's the thing, though. Volkanovski.
If I'm sparring with Kamaru Usman,
yeah.
no wonder his chin's probably already broken going in there.
I don't know, Gaethje versus Volk, because Volk's not really a power guy. He's a 5-round, I'm going to whoop you with jabs type dude.
Who, Volkanovski?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not really a power guy.
He can be, though.
He can.
He was putting gas on Holloway.
Yeah.
I mean, how many bombs did he hit Holloway
Yeah,
with where he
that's
just,
true.
like, spun his head around? It was crazy. It was.
I'd probably go Volk, honestly, over Gaethje.
Gaethje? I don't care. I really wouldn't care. I love both those fighters. So
Yeah.
I just am like, as a fan, would just love to see that.
Let him whoop on McGregor, Tony Ferguson, to get a win first, the lightweight. Because he beats both them.
Yeah, I don't want to see those as much. McGregor, I would see McGregor.
Yeah.
I would, but isn't that just everybody?
He's waiting for Jake Paul.
McGregor needs to. Yeah, I want to see Conor come back. I really do. I want to see him come back and make another run where he gets a couple wins.
Yeah.
But
He's
man,
a fan.
You think they're gonna run him and Poirier again?
Take my money. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Poirier.
Yeah, I was thinking Poirier wins still.
Yep.
Unless he cracks him. But Sean Strickland, Alex Pereira. First of all, round 1.
Yeah.
2 minutes 36
midway
seconds.
through.
Sean Strickland was walking that man down. Sean
Yep.
Strickland said, "I'm right here, bruh." And then Alex Pereira said, "Buenos noches." Good
For
night.
real.
Literally.
This fight it aggravated me a little bit. Like, I love what Pereira did, but nothing aggravates me more than when a fighter has a clear path to victory and they don't even utilize it. Like, Strickland, way better wrestler. He could have sat on Pereira for 15 minutes. It would have been somewhat boring probably, but
I don't think Sean thought he was going to get knocked out.
yeah, that's true. He's
Got
one of those
KO'd
dudes, I'll fight
hard.
anyone type.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got clocked.
And nobody, not a single soul, maybe Adesanya, thought that Sean Strickland was going to get KO'd that fight.
No, yeah, I thought Strickland was going to win a decision.
Unranked Alex Pereira
6-1.
Number 4,
Yeah.
Sean Strickland. Tell me the UFC wants to see him versus Izzy
They do.
without telling me Izzy wants to see it. Number 4 ranked versus an unranked.
If you can give
No
Yuri,
one wants to fight that dude.
No,
Nobody
no.
wants to fight Alex Pereira.
Izzy's
And Sean
about it,
Strickland's
though.
like, Sean Strickland is about it. Well, because
Yeah.
Izzy wants that redemption.
Yeah.
He wants a highlight reel.
It's kind of like Volkanovski. Like, people keep saying I'm going to lose to him. Let me fight him.
How boring is that fight going to be, though? Pereira versus Izzy.
I don't think it'd be boring. I don't think Pereira could have a boring fight.
I don't know.
As powerful as he is.
I don't know. Izzy is like, I mean, I don't know. I really don't.
I don't think Izzy fights are boring.
No, but I'm saying, like, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, do you think it's going to be a very engaging fight more than boring? Actually, I
I feel like it'd be more technical. No one's going to try to clinch. I think Izzy's going to try to
It's
go
a kickboxing
distance.
match in the UFC. How
I'm
funny
here
would
for
it
that,
be if
though.
like Izzy's been training wrestling and jiu-jitsu for
Right.
so long, and then Alex goes there and he's thinking he's gonna have this great stand-up kickboxing fight, and then
And
just
Izzy-
just like start of the first bell and every bell he just Francis Ngannou's him and
Yeah.
just grabs
Izzy
him and throws him
Nurmagomedov.
over. He's just gonna be like the other dude's gonna be like, I was
Yeah.
not, we didn't train for this.
Do what Sean Strickland was supposed to do.
Yeah, I can't believe Sean Strickland got KO'd, and when he got clipped with that. Was it a left? And then he got hit with 2
Yeah.
rights on the way down.
Yeah.
And it almost looked like
It
one
was
punch
so
on the way
accurate.
down. Oh,
It was so crisp.
I think that's Alex Pereira is just he knows where your head's going and that's where he punches and
So
he hits it. I don't
you think
know.
him versus Izzy next though? I think they have to.
all the potato chips.
It's
bro.
pretty
Give 'em
crazy.
all the beans,
Unranked moves
everything,
up to a
all the-
title shot.
yeah, everything. Give him all the money.
Hopefully we see that at the end of 2022. That'd be nice.
I want to see it next week if I
Heck
can. Yeah. Robbie Lawler, Brian Barberina.
Yep.
Robbie
veterans.
Lawler was like he was winning that, wasn't he?
He was winning the first round for sure, and then he got clipped by something, and then
Yeah.
last minute he was kind of just dodging stuff, and then Barberina finished him up.
Yeah. That was a good fight. Pedro
this was
Munoz versus Sean O'Malley. Tell me your thoughts.
First off, everyone online said O'Malley was winning. O'Malley did not win the first round. IMO. Even the judges all gave. I think it was 2-1 Munoz.
Well, Sean did that little spinny thing to make fun of his.
Right,
spinny
that
kick.
was
That
hilarious.
was really funny.
That was enough to steal the round in my eyes. But A lot of people said Pedro faked it too, but it looked pretty real to me.
I was talking with Clay, the one who went with us that night, and he
Yeah.
was saying too. He's like, it's still like when you've seen so many eye pokes in the UFC that were way worse, where the dude's like can't even see out of his eye. He's like, yeah, let's keep going. I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
And then to see one where like his eyes was closed and the fingers like touched on both sides of the eye socket, and like nothing went into his eye, from what I could tell.
Right.
And he's like, but someone had said on one of the UFC podcasts that I follow that something to do with how like a retina detached or something to do with like his eye had gotten punched in the eye earlier in the round or something like that, and that was like him trying to get out of it because he lost his vision earlier or something like that.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
They gotta run it back now though.
Yeah, Sean looks good, man. I mean, he really does.
Yeah, he's crisp.
Let's see. Okay, and then let's go to the prelims for that one. Because I tried to watch all of these.
Dude, Jalen
Turner, bro. He almost. Did you hear he almost like backed out of that fight?
Yeah.
Because he had like a back injury.
Yep. He's different.
What
He's
was it? A guillotine?
Yeah.
Guillotine. Yeah.
He.
This is Brad Rydell. Which you had a big high on Brad Rydell, didn't you?
I bet on Turner pretty big. For
Right,
that
but you've
yeah, I
talked
like
about him
Riddell.
Yeah, you like
Riddell's
him a lot, yeah.
He's a good grappler. So for Jalen Turner's a punching dude.
Is he?
So
Yeah.
a guillotine on Riddell, that's a big win.
Yeah, and it was quick.
Yeah.
45 seconds, round one. Sheesh.
He's a problem. Another dude in lightweight division, like as if they needed someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Another killer.
And then
Donald Cerrone,
Cowboy Cerrone
Jim Miller,
retired.
R.I.P. He's got an acting career now. I want to see that movie he's in now. I
I'd
really
watch
want
it just to support him.
Well, I like Western movies, but like a new Western movie, and it looks
Yeah.
like it was filmed very well. I mean, just like the trailer and stuff looks good. Jim Miller, was that submission round 2?
Yeah.
Was it a rear naked choke? What was it?
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Jim Miller has the most UFC wins now after that.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure he's getting
That's
up there
crazy.
for sure. He's been fighting since Vietnam, pretty much.
Yeah. My boy Ian Gary.
Ian Gary. I didn't watch that one. Or no, maybe I did. No.
He's the next McGregor, man. He's next up.
Yeah.
He plays the villain role. Everyone thinks he's overrated. Everyone says it, but he's 3-0 in the UFC now.
He's like great value Conor McGregor.
Yeah, for real. Undefeated.
Store brand, Walmart brand.
Yeah, his striking's crazy.
He's tall.
Yeah.
Tall dude too.
He's lengthy.
For that weight class. Was he 145?
Yeah, welterweight.
Welterweight?
Yeah,
oh wait,
welterweight.
welterweight's 170?
Something like that.
170.
I
Okay.
guess it's welterweight up there.
I was like 145's Revolt fights. I couldn't remember what weight class he is. Bruh.
It's
Like I
like
said,
it's coming
you're gonna have to
in.
take a rowboat to get to your vehicle.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
For real. Uriah Hall
Munoz.
and Andre Muniz. That was
He just sat on him.
Uriah Hall just got. I mean, it was like watching somebody get mauled.
Yeah.
He was just surviving. I wouldn't say he was doing anything else.
Hall really never panned out. He came in as like a prospect, and he just hasn't put it together.
He's jacked, man. He looks
He
like
is jacked. He's a physical specimen.
yeah, but and I'm sure he's great. It's just every fight he's given him, it's like they're using him to springboard other people.
He's a placeholder.
Andre Muniz is a savage.
His wrestling is different.
So good. He's the one who broke Jacques Arre's arm. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
And then women's flyweight. I don't remember Jessica, Marcy Barber. I don't remember what
Macy
happened.
Barber she's a good prospect. She had that fight versus Miranda Maverick a couple years back. That first fight was crazy.
Yeah. Jessica Rose Clark versus Julia, whatever her name is, Geology, whatever. Whatever. The chick broke the other chick's arm.
That's exactly what
Jess
happened.
got her arm broken
Yep.
in 42 seconds of round one. I would be so mad, having trained for months.
Yep. And it's crazy because Rose Clark's previous fight, she also lost by armbar.
Oof.
So back
She
to back
needs to hold
armbars.
on to them arms.
Yeah.
Oof.
Stop going to the ground, sis.
Oh. And then I didn't watch this card. Rafael Dos Anjos versus Rafael Fiziev.
Fiziev, his striking is crazy.
Is it?
Yeah.
And Dos Anjos is known for having really good striking.
And durable. So to get finished round 5, I was pretty surprised. I thought RDA was going to win it, but
Did you bet RDA?
no, I didn't bet on that one. But Fiziev, he's still somewhat new to the UFC. He had a fight against Bobby Green, which is probably his biggest win yet. So I was like, Bobby Green to RDA, I was like, I don't know about it.
Quite a hop.
Right,
Quite a
but
hop
hey, he
to
knocked
catch
him
up.
out. So
Hey. How did was it like a standing hit and punched him kind of thing or?
A lot of people say it was an early stoppage, but RDA looked like his lights got shut out. He got hit with the right hand, and he just
tumped over.
Yeah. Other than that, this one wasn't really a great card.
No, I say you had Khabib's cousin Syed Nurmagomedov fought. He won round 3 decision. Was that like a mauling? I'm assuming you watched this whole card.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a unanimous.
Yeah.
Douglas had him rocked once, but it wasn't enough to win any rounds.
Yeah. I'm sure. If it's got the last name Nurmagomedov, even jokingly. Michael Johnson fought?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a good fight. Him versus Jamie Malarkey. It was a split decision.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was a good
I love
fight.
Michael Johnson, so to see him lose, it's like, it sucks, man.
He almost finished him in round 1.
Yeah. All right, let's go see what we got. Ortega versus Yara Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
All the money. Who wins this Saturday, July 16th?
T-City by submission.
This podcast is probably not going to be out by then. But so T-City by
submission. Yep. Whenever it comes out, people will know if I'm an idiot or not already.
Yar Rodriguez. I'm going Yar.
Okay.
I'm gonna go by decision. What is it? 5 round? Oh,
yeah,
5 round. I don't know how, but I'm gonna go Yar Rodriguez.
Okay.
Just to spite you. You want to do it?
Do that.
Hey, let's do another.
Yeah, everybody, I don't know because Dylan picked Ortega.
Let's do another crazy cup. Let's do another crazy cup bet.
Okay.
We'll do food on top of it.
All right.
The other one buys food.
I'm down.
Okay.
My
Brian
man,
Ortega,
lock
Yar
it in.
Rodriguez. I wish I could undo that now, but all right.
I'm already thinking of what I want for Crazy Cup.
I know, don't get the. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk. Never mind.
How are you gonna go against Ortega after? I mean, he almost beat Volkanovski.
Yar Rodriguez is really good. I don't know. His kicking was insane, and he was doing really good against Max Holloway until his foot swelled up like your drink bottle. You know what I mean? Like his foot was like. Did you see it when he fought Max? It was gross after second
But it's like
round.
looking good versus Max or looking good versus the champ.
Yeah, but Max had even fights with the champ, so if he's looking really good against Max,
Not
in those
the
first
third
2
one.
rounds, I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be a good fight.
All right.
It's
I
gonna be
can
a good
taste
fight.
that breakfast sandwich now.
It's all right. We'll get you one. We'll get you a muffin, whatever you want. Shane Burgos, Charles Jourdain.
I think Burgos is gonna win.
Burgos is good, man. Except for against what was
Barboza?
Yeah, when he had that delayed knockdown, and he's gets punched in the head and he's keeps moving, and then 5 seconds later he falls backwards and goes
This
to
is
sleep.
a PS. We were talking about earlier. If you need to show someone a fight to get them in the sport, Shane Burgos versus Josh Emmett, one of the best fights I've seen. I don't think it gets talked about enough because it wasn't a title fight. But wow,
I need to see that then.
it's a must watch.
You got Fight Pass, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come watch that. Now, did you watch Shane Burgos versus Billy Quarantillo?
Yeah.
Bro.
I love Billy Q too. That's
what
a good fight.
an amazing fight.
As good as that one was, I promise you the Emmett one's better.
Wow.
Emmett tore his ACL in round 1, and they still went all 3 rounds.
No
It was
kidding.
crazy, bro.
That's awesome. So Shane Burgos, he gets into wars.
Yeah.
That Billy Q one, to me, that fight didn't get the credit that it deserved.
Yeah.
Because it was right after Michael Chandler versus Justin Gaethje.
Yep.
And so it got a disservice because of it. That fight was so good.
Delivered.
I remember when we were watching. Were you with me when I watched that fight?
I don't think so.
Oh, when I remember, I think you were because maybe we weren't. Oh, okay, I was at Colton's house, and I'm watching, and I'm like, man, if this fight was like the main event, like the not the main event, if Billy Q versus Shane Burgos was the fight before Gaethje,
Yeah.
and everyone would have loved it so much more. But it was like after the excitement of Michael Chandler and Justin Gaethje, it was like everyone was like, oh, they needed a breather. But if they had switched those 2 fights around, everyone would have been over the moon about their fight.
Right.
It was like a disservice to Billy Q and Shane Burgos being after that, because then it was like everyone's like, all right, pee break. We saw Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler.
No, I hear that. You're right.
And that was a really good fight. So
It just seems like a big step up for Jourdain.
yeah, because I don't remember. I recognize his name, but I don't remember.
He's beating guys like Andre Ewell, who's not even in the organization anymore, and now they're giving him Shane Burgos.
Yeah.
It just seems a little too soon.
I mean, I'm gonna watch. Well, I'm not gonna watch it, but I'm gonna think about it. We're gonna talk about it next time. Blades versus Aspinall. Aspinall.
I don't know. Power versus grappling is tough.
Who's power?
Aspinall.
Oh, I thought Aspinall was grappling too.
He can, but he's got hands. And Blades is trying to Curtis Cormier.
Oh, Power flickered. Man, this this is crazy. Jack Hermanson versus Darren Till. I'm excited to just see Darren Till
This
back.
is a good card for a non-pay-per-view.
Let me guess. This one's in like England or something. It starts at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Patty.
Yeah, Darren Till's fighting. Then Patty Pimblett. Let me guess. What's her name's on it? Molly McCann.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's a good fight. Alexander Gustafsson's fighting that night too.
Yeah, versus
What an
Krylov.
OG.
That's a good card for a free one.
Yeah. Paul Craig's fighting too. He's the dude.
The war paint.
Yeah. That dude's a savage. He's got a fun accent too.
Yeah.
Really fun accent.
That's a fun card.
All right, 277. Oh, do you want to talk about predictions on that one or no?
We can talk about it. What do you think about Blades and Aspinall? Grappling versus power.
I've always said grappling,
Grappling.
but I don't know.
It's tough because Blades can get
Curtis-
knocked out because when
Curtis,
he charges.
I don't know you, Curtis. Just not a big fan of your fighting. I don't know. I'm just not.
I'm a fan, Curtis.
Okay.
But
Tom,
his
Tom,
one,
I've never watched you fight, so I guess I'm more of a Curtis Blades fan.
that's disrespectful. But Blades is one of the, if he goes for the grapple, he can get caught. Like he went and charged Derek Lewis and got uppercut.
Yeah,
and he
well,
just-
that's Derek Lewis.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Does Tom Aspinall have Derek Lewis
Right.
juice in his right hand?
That's fair. Aspinall's got power, but not Derek Lewis power. I got you.
Derek Lewis says, "Here you go. I'm hitting." He's hitting them. What was the baseball player for the Boston Red Sox? Big
Dave
Poppy.
Ortiz.
Yeah, Big
Yeah.
Poppy. Yeah.
That's
I
true.
mean, he's
It's
got
different.
that. He's got that power, but in
It's different
punching.
power.
Yeah.
I got you.
He's got that insane power.
Yeah.
Patty Pimblett or Darren Till, Jack Hermanson. I'm gonna go Darren Till just because I want to see Darren Till win.
Yeah.
I love hearing Darren Till with his crazy like accent.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm gonna go Hermanson.
Okay. What are we betting on? Dinner too that night? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we might as well keep it going. Just keep running tab.
No, well, let's not do that. Patty Pimblett, Jordan Levitt.
Let's talk about this one. So everyone knows Patty Pimblett, but Jordan Levitt, fun fact about him, this dude is one of the best bettors in UFC. Like he bets on pretty much every fight, and I forgot what the site's called, but it's where you can like show who you're betting on and stuff like after the card. And that dude literally gets like 80% of the cards right, like every single week.
Wow.
He's crazy, and a
So
lot of
are
people.
you betting on him?
I don't know. He's. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen him fight before? He's got a weird
Possible.
style. He's really flamboyant. He does like a split or twerks when he wins. He's that guy. A lot of people hate him because it's a manly sport.
Yeah.
So he'll win and he'll start like twerking, throwing it back, or he'll hit a split. And
Interesting.
Patty's like, he ain't doing that to me.
Patty the baddie, bro.
Right.
I'm excited to see that one. Molly McCann. I'm just gonna pick her. I don't know who Hannah Goldley is, but I just love Molly McCann.
Yeah,
Every
Goldie's
time
alright.
her and Patty are hanging out, they're like,
Yeah.
You know, they talk.
Just
I'm sorry,
parlay
I'm
Molly and Patty every time they're on the same card together.
Yeah.
Just put them together.
They're just so fun. They're so fun to watch. And then 277 UFC Juliana Pena, Amanda Nunes. I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna go back with Nunes, to be honest with you.
I want to as well.
I
But
mean, she
how
was the
bad
most-
does Amanda Nunes want it?
Yeah.
She did get embarrassed on that last
Yeah,
one.
I don't
so-
know. It's one of those things where it just feels like I felt like she wasn't conditioned well for that title fight. Like she was gassed, like fatigued badly.
Yeah, I don't think she wanted it.
I think she just got too comfortable.
Yeah, I think she just wanted to release a little bit of relinquish a little bit of
And
control. I guess
Now she's well rested. Like she got finished, so I think she took enough time back up, get some good training.
I think she beats Amanda Nunes, or Amanda Nunes beats Juliana Pena, gets her belt, retires. And
Oh,
I wanna
retires,
Yeah,
okay.
I think Amanda Nunes is ready to retire, and I
Okay.
think she's waiting to. I think she's got one
Okay.
one last win, and I think she wants her belt back, and then I think she retires.
Yeah.
Now that she's raising a kid, I don't think she wants to devote this much time and energy for it. I don't know though. I don't know.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
And then the star of the show, the real division holder for 125 pounds, Brandon Moreno.
This is for the interim belt too, because
He already has the belt. He's
Stop.
he's the champ right now.
No,
Davison
no.
Figueroa's not champ. He's champ on paper.
you're right. He's not champ right now. This is for the interim belt. So he's whoever wins this is basically champ.
No, I'm saying Figgy's not champ.
I got you.
I don't want Figgy to have.
This is gonna be a great
Brandon
fight
Moreno.
though.
Big Brandon Moreno friend. Kai Kara France. That's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, and Brandon Moreno's never been knocked out that I know of at least.
Right.
But I'm excited to see that fight. That's gonna be a good one.
I think I'm gonna go with Moreno.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Moreno too. He's so durable, so durable.
And Carl Francis' path is normally putting dudes to sleep, and I'm like,
I
You
don't
can't
see
really
that.
bet against a dude that hasn't been knocked out.
But doesn't Kai Kara France train with Izzy and Volkanovski too? So
does.
that's scary too because
That
his
is.
striking is going to be next level. Then you got Derek Lewis versus Sergey Pavlovich.
Pavlovich.
I don't know why I struggled with that so much.
It's okay.
It's lightning outside, bro. I don't know.
That's what it got your head.
Yeah. I got
Scroll up real quick. Does it say the location of where this is at? No, it don't. As long as this is not in Texas, I'm gonna vote on. I'm gonna vote on Derek Lewis to win.
Derek Lewis does not do well in Houston.
As long as it's not in the state of Texas, I will bet money on Derek Lewis. That's all that matters. It don't matter who he's facing.
What about Magomed and Kalayev versus Anthony Smith?
It's tough. Ankalaev is it.
He's so good.
He's a stud, but Lionheart, I love that guy.
I didn't realize Anthony Smith had so many wins.
A ton.
36
He's been
and
around
16.
for a while. I
Yeah.
mean, those aren't all UFC, but still,
Yeah.
it still adds up.
Yeah. And I don't know. I like Ankalaev for that. I really do. He's good.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to takedown defense for
Yeah.
Lionheart.
And I think Anthony Smith is trying to work his way into retirement and doing something different.
He's a really good commentator.
very good. Oh, he's super intelligent too. To like hear how he's got to say about things. I like the way he talks.
Yeah, he's
I don't
well
know.
spoken.
Yeah, very well.
Real calculated.
Yeah. Yeah. He should be doing. If he doesn't do a podcast, he should. I imagine he does. But
I want to see him like as one of the big three announce it one day, like when he retires, like with Cormier and them.
yeah.
He'd be
Yeah.
good up there.
Yeah. Paulo Costa, Luke Rockhold, that got canceled.
Yeah.
Who would have won that fight in your opinion?
Receding hairline versus the old man Luke. I don't know. I don't even remember the last time I've seen Rockhold fight.
I don't know if
Like,
I ever watched him fight. To be honest,
He had
with
those bangers with Bisping back in the day, like
Yeah.
those title fights.
you. Yeah.
And then Costa, we haven't seen him since Vittori. So
Not a big fan of Costa anymore.
Yeah.
Not a big fan, honestly.
after Izzy dry humped him and knocked him out, it's like, how can you respect him?
So embarrassing. Yeah. Yep.
He is
I would-
hilarious on Twitter. You don't have Twitter, do you?
If I do, I don't use it.
He's hilarious.
Paulo Costa.
He's one of those dudes you would not expect it, but he'll make you laugh for real.
Alright. Tiago Santos versus Jamal
Hill.
Jamal Hill for the
Jamal
W.
Hill versus anyone. I'm taking Jamal Hill.
Yeah, Jamal Hill for sure. Tiago Santos, not interested. Vicente Luque fights. Is it Jeff Neal? Is that
Yeah,
how you
that's
pronounce it?
funny. I used to say Geoff.
Yeah. And then what is this? Marlon Vera versus Dominic Cruz. Oh, buddy, that's a good
That
fight.
is a banger.
Oh,
I'm gonna go Cheeto.
I'm gonna go Cheeto too. I think he wants it, and I think Dominic's gonna. They're gonna have Keith Peterson ref the fight or something like that. He hates Keith Peterson.
You're right.
He hates. I think he was drunk when he came in here and he stopped the fight too early.
Yeah,
Dominic Cruz's attitude is just weird.
yeah.
Not a fan of his commentating because I feel like he's constantly
He's
fighting
different.
with people.
Yeah,
Like verbally fighting with
he
people.
just
And
takes
I
the
just
other
don't-
side.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem like he's friendly, and he seems like a dude who like can't make friends with people.
I get that.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Cheeto keeps leveling up each fight.
Yeah, Cheeto's doing really good. And then, all right, so this is the last one we can talk about. I guess
All
we
right.
can talk about Gain versus Tuivasa too, but Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards. I mean, you're not going to see me betting against
I'll
Kamaru
never
Usman.
bet against Usman.
If Leon does something to Kamaru Usman and wins, I'm just going to be so baffled.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really even understand Edwards getting the title shot here. His last one was the no contest eye poke against Bilal. Like that was his last fight, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I thought his last fight was Nate Diaz.
It was. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. He almost got rocked, or he did get rocked at the
Boy,
end.
he was knocked out. Yeah, and he had that the point.
If he would have
Oh,
just
man.
ran up on him,
That is a even though Nate Diaz lost that fight, he won that fight.
It was a
And the
Nate
fans-
Diaz moment for real.
for sure. Got you, bitch. Jose Aldo versus Merab Devayavishi.
what a fight.
Jose Aldo's a savage.
They both are, man.
You're not gonna see me pick against Jose Aldo though. He's so good.
I don't know.
Unless he
I don't
fights
have a
Conor
side
again.
for that one right now.
He fights Connor again. I'm picking.
Oh, they rebooked Paula and Luke.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Paulo, Luke. I'm still going Luke Rockhold. I don't know any of these.
The Bum
other
Figgy
people.
brother.
Okay, so we just go to the.
Low-key. Wow, that's a pay-per-view?
I don't know any of these people.
Wow.
Do you know any of these people?
I know Sean Woodson. Yeah, I mean, I know them, but they're not pay-per-view guys.
Right. Well, this might. I'm assuming this card's not fully together yet.
Yeah. Even those would be prelims. That was pretty. Wow.
Gain versus Tuivasa, and then so let's do this.
Okay.
Gain versus Tuivasa.
It's a
I
banger.
like Ty. Let's go Ty Tuivasa. I'm doing that. I like your boy Gain. But
I'm really conflicted here, Ryan, because after Gon lost is it Gon or Gain?
we know what you're talking about. I
Let's just say Cyril. I know how to say Cyril.
Cereal, yeah.
Yeah, after Cyril, I'm just kidding. Cyril guitar. Anyway, after Cyril lost, after I can't focus. After Cyril lost to Nagano, I was thinking like, okay, he's gonna beat anyone else in this division. He was already doing that, but then you see Tuivasa knock out Derek Lewis. Does it get
With
any
a spinning elbow?
Does it get any better than that in the heavyweight division? I mean, who to knock out Derek Lewis? That's such a flex. Such a flex, Ryan.
I like Tai Tuivasa. He's just so fun. You know, and Ganny, whatever his name is, Ciro is like he's such a technician, but Ty's gonna get in there. He's gonna be like, we're gonna bang.
But dude, here's my thing. Cyril, the way he's kind of like Izzy. He's in his own pocket. If Nagano couldn't touch this dude up, Nagano won because he took this dude down.
Grabbed him and sat on him.
Yeah. Tuivasa's not a grappler.
I don't care. I don't even care.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you
Tuivasa.
think Tuivasa could knock out Cyril if Nagano couldn't?
I don't care. I don't care if he can. I just want to see it. I just want to see. I just want to see it.
Logic.
There's no logic to me picking this one. It's just
I'm gonna
Tai
go Cyril.
Tuivasa drinks out of random people's shoes. I hate people's feet. I think feet are
That is-
disgusting.
yeah.
And if he's willing to do that, he's gonna walk forward and be like, "All right, Cyril, you're not gonna knock me out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good."
Cyril by decision.
And if Derek Lewis landed some clean bombs to a bent over Tai Tuivasa
Yeah.
straight to the side of Ty's dome.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, stop doing that." Stood up.
Yeah.
Started piecing up
That's
Derek
true.
Lewis and
No,
hit
I
him with
get
an
it.
elbow and sent him to the underworld.
I don't think Cyril will finish him. I think he's gonna get a UD on him.
It's possible. I wouldn't be surprised either. That seems more logical, but there's a part of my brain right now that's just saying Ty's gonna win.
Ryan said Tuivasa because he does shoeys.
Literally. I look at people's mentalities. Okay, Whitaker versus Vittori. Whitaker for the dub.
Yeah, I go Whitaker. I'm not a big Vittori guy. People say Izzy's boring. Have you seen Vittori fight?
Oh my god.
Dude's a snoozer.
Watching Vittori fight is like,
That next fight
Nine.
though, it's for a women's fight. That's a banger.
Jessica Andrade versus. I'm gonna
You
let you
got
pronounce
it.
her name.
Manon.
Manon Farriot.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just going. I don't know if that's real.
You want me to pronounce names?
We could just skip the rest of these people because I don't know none of these people. They all have names like. I know Nazrat.
Our boy Joaquin back.
Joaquin, where you see? Oh, Joaquin Buckley staying active. Okay. Sanhagen versus Song Yadong.
Yeah. Giga's back after losing to Cater.
I'm excited to see Corey Sanhagen fight again. But all right, Dylan. Anything else you want to hit? Anything you want to touch on?
I'm good, man.
When
We
is
covered a
John
lot of
Jones
big
gonna
ones.
come back? Who's he gonna fight?
Dude, who knows? We've been talking about that since the first time I hopped on here. Is he ever? Is Dylan Danis gonna come back ever?
Who?
That troll, Dylan Danis.
He never fought in the UFC.
Yeah,
he
he
fought in Bellator.
He never fought in UFC.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Let's Google this bad boy real quick. Dylan Danis ever did Dylan?
he's got a cool name, but
No, never mind.
yeah, he is. He's a piece of work for sure.
Ever fight in UFC? Well, I guess if you count Khabib hopping the cage and beating the brakes off of him.
El Jefe.
Dylan Danis. Was it the Bellator?
Just scroll up real quick. Click the shirt dog. Yeah, that top.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, you know these websites better than I do.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. I sure do. And the internet said, take your time. All right.
All right, scroll just a little bit. Oh, you're right.
Bellator.
See? Good
Telling
stuff,
you.
man.
UFC don't want this trash.
2019.
Well, let's see.
He talks a lot for 2 fights. That's crazy.
He hung out with Conor McGregor, and that's what he does is just talk shit,
Cloud chased.
pretty much. So, all right, Dylan.
Appreciate you having me on,
Yeah,
man.
Thanks for doing this. I
Yes,
know it was
sir.
kind of like I saw you last week, and I was like, hey, we need to do another one of those soon after that Yuri versus Glover fight.
I'm like, how about next week? And we made it happen.
Literally, Glover, he won that fight but lost the fight. Like I just don't understand it. Such a good fight.
You're going to drink a coffee milkshake next time we're here.
Yep, we're gonna do that. We'll do the What is your drink? Tell everybody that listens. Shout out your favorite coffee place.
All right, shout out Crazy Cup, Plant City, downtown Plant City, the best to ever do it. 5 days a week, close Sunday, Monday. But anyway, you go up there, you ask for the Dylan. People start doing this. It's gonna be on the menu eventually, but it's essentially a caramel cold brew or a creme brulee, but you get a cold foam on it. Shout out Jana, she makes a sugar-free cold brew or a sugar-free cold foam, and it goes crazy. I promise you.
It's pretty bussin'. But when I'm gonna drink a full drink. I've only ever tried yours.
Yeah.
So I'll drink a full drink when next time we do a podcast. And
I'm gonna be eating my sandwich after our other bet with Ortega. And I ain't forget. Just saying.
Whatever. That's why the good part is we do our bets on a podcast. It keeps me responsible. I'd be like, I never said that. If we did this,
Like, well, 42 and 16 seconds in,
Whoa.
you said.
All right, Dylan. Appreciate you doing this, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank
Dude,
you.
you put a lot of work into it. Everyone, go follow Dylan on Fantasy Football State of Mind on Patreon. He said $10.
$10 a month.
$10 a month, and it can make you money. All you have to do is read his write-ups.
That's all you gotta do. It's a lot of reading, but
Dylan puts in some work. This man deserves the effort that he puts in. $10. Are you kidding me? Go if you're
talk to me
into it,
nice.
If you do any kind of betting, get it from Patreon. At least hear him out. He puts a lot of work into it.
I appreciate that.
He works crazy amount of hours at Crazy Cup to try and get you guys some information for your betting lines. So check him out. And then follow him on Instagram. Dylan,
Appreciate
always
it,
chilling.
man. Yes,
This is Somehow
sir.
We're Adults. Thank you guys for listening to the UFC podcast. Maybe Dylan will have one day. Bye, everybody. This episode of Somehow We're Adults is over, but if you'd like to support the podcast, you can subscribe to one of the levels of the Patreon, where we will release bonus episodes that can't be found anywhere else. Any of the money that we get from the Patreon would be used to upgrade old equipment, as well as get new gear so that we can make the best podcast for you to tune into. You can also follow the podcast Instagram at Somehow We're Adults, where I share clips and content about the podcast, and the link in the bio will take you to any of the Somehow We're Adults pages. I encourage you to check out another one of the episodes if this is your first time listening, and if you're a repeat listener, thank you for your support. I love making the podcast, and I hope you tune in for future episodes of Somehow We're Adults.